All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the. I don't know how many podcasts is this. This is like 10 or more. One thing to anybody watching later and anyone watching now is that I am still congested. I cannot get this phlegm out of me, no matter what I sneeze or cough up. It seems to want to hang on. So either way, as gross as gross as that is, I am here, and today we're going to be talking about all sorts of gaming shit. We're going to talk about my opinion on the Xbox Series X. We're gonna talk about stuff like Doom and Cyberpunk. We're gonna talk about Modern Warfare and Warzone and YouTube in general, and maybe we'll even talk about that pesky flu that's been going around. But either way, we're gonna try and stay on topic. And first, we're gonna fill most of this podcast with console talk and E3 stuff. So also, I will try to answer some personal questions if you guys want to ask questions about the channel or me. I might pause in the middle of what I'm talking about in order to, answer your questions. So hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully, I'm loud enough, not too loud, not distorted or anything. Um, Everything should be synced up. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Everything says green on my end. So let's look at who's in the chat right now. We have Hyper Juicy, what's up? Dalton Young, always nice to see you. The Punisher, Felix, what's up, Felix? Gamerboy Bathwater, what's up? My sugar daddy. We have Mateo Rodriguez, I think I said that right. And that one emo. So what's up, everybody? And Diamond Storm, what's up? So I think I saw. How are you today? I am okay. Kind of a slow day for me. There's some things I want to get done, but things got in the way. But other than that, and then let's see. Is YouTube your full-time job, or do you have another one? Right now, YouTube is my solo job. As it is right now. That might change, that might not, but YouTube will always be a priority in my life. So that's sort of my answer to that at this point. Oh man, call the new flu coronavirus so you don't get demonetized. Do you get demonetized for calling it the flu? I don't know. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I haven't even started yet. You can't just hit me with $20 before I've even started. Oh my god, gamer boy. Okay, try to stay on topic now. Boom. Yeah, I'll try to stay on topic. I've had trouble with that in the past, but that's the charm. I mean, you wouldn't be subscribed if I was capable of just staying on topic. I mean, that'd just be ridiculous. So anyway, what is there to talk about? The Series X got revealed. That's no mystery unless you've been living under a rock. The Xbox Series X's specs got revealed, and I'm gonna kind of let my bias out right now. I'm an Xbox gamer. I play on Xbox. I enjoy my Xbox. In fact, my Xbox is on right now. I need to turn that off because it's just taking up bandwidth at this point. So yeah, I'm pretty big into the Xbox scene. I've been a part of its ecosystem for the last so many years, and yet, despite being on YouTube for so long, I don't turn off my phone when I'm about to record or do a podcast. So, sorry, friends. I will get back to that later. Anyway, so the Series X got revealed, and honestly, I am sort of blown away as to what the hell Microsoft revealed, because what they revealed wasn't a 12 teraflop console that's pretty cool and can do 4K 120 frames. They showed off something more powerful than I actually predicted it would be. My prediction was way the hell off when it came to what the Series X was going to be like. So in case you guys don't know, we have right here, put on screen, we have right here the Windows Central. This is where I get a lot of my Xbox news. It's sort of a biased place. They mostly just brag about Xbox, but they've criticized it as well. So I sort of trust them. And we have a lot to love here in this article. Now, whether or not you're a console guy or a PC guy, an Xbox or PlayStation guy, good features are good features. Okay? So hopefully in the comment section in the chat, we can sort of avoid the usual, fuck you console player, Xbox player, brainwashed asshole bullshit, because Yeah, consoles aren't as good as PCs. We know this by now. But they're damn good and they're getting damn better. And anyone that says damn different is a damn idiot. So let's just, be excited. Products are products. We get excited for new hardware. And, that's what this is all about. Oh, okay. We got some new people here. What's up, everybody? Okay. So, I might leave the chat over on here, and I'll just have it minimized unless I am looking at it. So, when my face gets white like this, you know the chat's up. Okay. So the first thing we have here is we have backwards compatibility. So the Xbox Series X enhances a lot of existing Xbox One games. For example, Gears of War Ultimate Edition runs at 1080p on Xbox One, but the Xbox Series X adds high dynamic range, HDR colors, and upgrades the resolution in native 4K. So, if you guys don't remember, I had the idea. It was one of I should probably add something. 1 second. It was one of the things that. Ooh, I didn't want that. This is like one of the big things I wanted. I wanted like sort of a automatic sort of like enhancement system, and that kind of looks like what we're getting here. God, it's hard to see if that's in the border or not, but whatever. I'm not going to freak out about it. But either way, we sort of seem like we're getting like an automatic enhancement thing. So sort of like a gaming emulator, you can just sort of like tell it to up the resolution, and then if it's not tanking your PC, then run it at that resolution. And that's what the Series X looks like it's capable of. If something was supposed to run at 1080p on the original Xbox One or Xbox One X, if the Series X can handle it, it'll just upgrade it. And apparently, it enhances games, which is kind of an incredible prospect in my opinion, because there could be a lot of potential for games like Metal Gear Solid 5 or Battlefield 4. You load them up on the Xbox Series X, which, yeah, they're older games, but they're still fun, and I don't want to hear anything about that. But, you load them up, and it could just be like, oh, well, I can handle this resolution with this game, and just bump it up. So I don't know if that's exactly how it's going to work, but that's what this sounds like here, because obviously backwards compatibility and enhancements have already been around. I don't know why Microsoft would talk about it unless that's sort of what they were planning. So we're getting right into like a pretty juicy part of it. So according to the Digital Foundry, or to Digital Foundry, I thought I was going to say something else. According to the Digital Foundry, the Xbox Series X has quite impressive early benchmarks. The outlet compared the performance to that of the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080. So not 2080 Ti, and people have been nitpicking this like, oh, well, the next RTX card's already coming out, so it's going to be behind. Consoles are always behind. But did anybody... I want to know, I want a show of hands, who thought the Xbox Series X was going to have benchmarks that are comparable to the RTX 2080? Who thought that? Who the fuck thought that? I thought maybe like 1080 Ti. I thought maybe 2070 or maybe 2060. Like I was not shooting high. When they said stuff like, 4K high FPS, I was like, are you though? Like, I don't know. We've heard so much jargon in the past, but if it's comparable to the RTX 2080, that is pretty impressive. Now, of course, this is early benchmarks, so not every game is going to be perfectly optimized. The Xbox One X is a great example of powerful hardware, or really solid hardware, with not too many benchmarks compared to what it could have. But at the same time, underutilized and not well optimized all the time. So, I'm not saying that, oh, you're getting a PC with an RTX 2080 when you buy the Series X, but that's what it's compared to. And I trust Digital Foundry. I think we all should trust Digital Foundry at this point. They have their biases, but they do show numbers, so that's important. However, the console's graphics processing unit, the GPU, also has a few tricks up its sleeve. So on top of that, it has more tricks. Microsoft technical fellow and Xbox system architect Andrew Goosen? I'm going to call him Goosen because that's funny. Said, when using ray tracing, the system effectively taps 25 teraflops of performance. So the Series X by itself taps into what is roughly double that of the Xbox One X, so from 6 teraflops up to 12. But then when ray tracing, it can tap over 25. That's a lot of processing units. That's so much processing per second That's crazy that it can do that. So I was worried that I'm like, okay, 12 teraflops is great. And if you don't know what a teraflop is, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to look it up. I'm not gonna like, explain everything I'm saying. So on a different screen, look up teraflop. So I thought like, okay, so when I heard about like ray tracing on the Series X, I was like, okay, but that's gonna just fuck the system, right? Like it's gonna be like minimal ray tracing. It's gonna be like low end ray tracing because otherwise that's gonna just peak the system. Nope, it just doubles its output per second. That's great. I don't know. Like, that's a great trick up its sleeve. That's incredible. I really hope we see that with the PS4, because PlayStation players, I hope, like, don't get a system that, like, taps itself out trying to ray trace. Sort of how the Xbox One X taps itself out trying to hit native 4K. So I was kind of worried it was going to be like that, where, like, yeah, it's a 4K capable machine, but your frame rates are going to start suffering, and that's not what you want. So let's look at the chat here for a second. Hey, what's up, Jake Rossman? And hey, Spriggs, and did you get a haircut? I gave myself a little bit of a trim, so I'm glad you noticed. I did shave because I looked like someone that speed runs Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I would doubt 2080 levels of performance, but that's what Digital Foundry always compares consoles to like current PC hardware, and that's what it was most comparable to. So I don't doubt it. So here we go. We have Minecraft 8K. Let's go, lads. So 16K is just all around power of the device. Oh yeah, next gen looks lit. Rather save it for a PC. I don't blame you. Like honestly, like if you want more flexibility, go with a PC. I have a nice PC here. It's just that I think from what I could find, you're gonna have to spend over $1,000. Like I'm just saying. Like if you want like a PC that you can say PCMR and not just, oh, I have a PC that can run some games, like you're gonna go over $1,000. Building a PC even without like current, like the most up-to-date powerful hardware, just building like a nice gaming PC. Also for editing, so I kind of went higher on RAM and the processor, but it was like, oh wow, that's gonna be like 1,200 at least, and if I want to have a little bit more oomph, so I don't know. But hopefully it's not. I really hope. We'll talk about pricing later. Let's stay on topic, okay? Okay, we got $20 from Gamerboy Bathwater to stay on topic, and that's what we're going to attempt to do. So let's hop on back to the webpage. Was that Nemsk in the chat? Hey! What's up, Nemsk? What's good? It's Nemsk, everybody. Okay, so design. Every Xbox Series X has a tiny Master Chief helmet stamped inside. Now, if that doesn't like just blow everything else out of the water, I don't know what will. It has a little Master Chief stamp. Can I find a picture of that for you guys? Yeah. Give me that picture. Look at that. It's so blurry. But look at that. That's worth the $600 right there. I don't care. I'm kidding. It's just kind of cool. So, let's talk about Gears 5. Gears 5 is getting quite the upgrade on Series X. I will look more forward to the Series X when we stop talking about old games. I love old games, guys. I love backwards compatibility. As someone that like bounces around between a ton of shooters, I'll play Medal of Honor on an emulator on my computer, like Medal of Honor Vanguard or something. I will play Doom. I will play Halo. I'll play COD. I'll play like all the different Battlefields, all the different CODs. So I'm really into shooters and stuff. So like backwards compatibility is great. But once we start seeing what new games do on the Series X, that's gonna be exciting. Like, what the hell does Cyberpunk look like on a Series X compared to a normal Xbox One? Like, I want to see. I look forward to seeing. If anyone doesn't look forward to seeing, they're lying, because like this is what we live for as gamers. Like we just want to see cool new shit. So Gears 5 is getting quite the upgrade on the Series X. The visual quality has been increased to true ultra settings. Ray tracing involved. I don't like this as ray tracing involved. It's like, oh well, there's some sort of. See, that's where I think ray tracing is the big gimmick. I will believe quality ray tracing when I see it. If I see games that are like, oh, we have ray tracing, but we can't go over 60 FPS, I'm going to start throwing shit. The team is also actively looking into pushing multiplayer to 120 frames per second, which is just fan-fucking-tastic. So a big thing, you guys probably have maybe seen this demo. that they have released, I'll mute it here, of Xbox One X versus Series X loading times. So these guys are currently, they're playing, I believe, State of Decay. And with State of Decay, did I not hit play? So they're trying to load in. Now, I've not played State of Decay 2, but I've heard it has notoriously bad loading times. It depends on what you're loading into. Some people said there's some difference, and this could definitely be staged in one degree or another. But we know that it's an NVMe SSD versus a traditional hard drive. So, I'm sorry, we just know that's faster. Like, people are like, oh, well, they could have doctored this. Do you have to? Like, when you have an NVMe SSD inside of your console, and that's what everything's running off of, and there's no mechanical hard disk, you're going to tell me it's not going to be more than double the loading times? Battlefield 4 on my hard drive takes like 3 minutes to load, and then I load it up on my, like, when I'm loading into a certain map or like the testing range, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes. I do it on my SSD, and it loads in like 16 seconds. So I know there's a huge difference. So I don't know if people are like saying it's doctored. Like, this dude's already like looting houses and shit, and this dude just loaded in. Like, this is your friend playing with you from his Xbox One X being a peasant, and this is you like, I'm already looting the house, dude. Like, I'm already in. I'm playing the video game right now. That video game you bought, I'm playing it before you. That's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, one of the biggest complaints about the Xbox One and Xbox One X is that the loading times were quite lengthy. While the Xbox One X improves them somewhat, they're still problematic due to the traditional hard drives. Even using an external solid-state SSD doesn't really help because obviously it still has to, go through the console, and the console can't run off an SSD. So, luckily the Xbox Series X dramatically solves this problem. State of Decay, a notorious game on current-gen devices, loads in roughly 7 seconds, which is just fucking incredible. Like, imagine this. You want to play Witcher 3, because it's your favorite game. And instead of it taking like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to load, I've had really long load times in that game. That's just me. Maybe I'm dumb, or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. But just like imagine like, oh, I want to play this game. Pop, and you just pop over to it. It's just like, there. That probably was really loud. I'm sorry. But you just pop right into it. Like, I'm so excited to just load right into shit and not worry about that. And also, that's why, like, you ever wonder why the Xbox, like, UI is so sluggish? HDDs, baby. HDDs. Let me check the chat again. Cyberpunk makes me ooh-woo. So, Minecraft used ray trace demos, Microsoft used ray trace demos of Minecraft, my bad, to showcase the feature for Xbox Series X. While nothing has been officially confirmed by the company or developer, Mojang, the use of Minecraft for Series X, ray tracing, yeah, so we're probably going to get that announced. That's cool that they're using Minecraft, but I want to see, like, Modern Warfare. I want to see the ray tracing that's in Modern Warfare on PC. I want to see it on Series X. I want them to showcase that. Showcase ray tracing on something like Modern Warfare or Battlefield 5 or Halo Infinite. Like, I want to see like real-time reflections in Master Chief's visor, or I'm not buying. No, I don't really care about ray tracing that much. It's cool, but again, it's sort of it's the gimmick, it's the talking point. I think it's cool that we're sort of past like, oh, something is 4K or something is HDR. Now that's like, okay, yeah, it's got to be above 1080p. It's got to be HDR. It's got to be 60 FPS. So yeah. I don't know why, like, it says the PlayStation 5 appears to have similar specifications, but it seems like the Xbox Series Xbox Series X edges it out when it comes to features like backwards compatibility and DirectX technology. This is a weird introduction. I don't know why they say this. Sony is, like, revealing PS5 specs tomorrow? So, the fuck? Like, what do you... It appears to have similar specifications. Yeah, let's wait for some official fucking news here, and... Like, it edges, like, backwards compatibility, we don't know. Like, let's let Sony, like, talk first before we say it edges it out there, Windows Central. Let's calm down. So, this next thing gets me all bought and bothered. And I like it quite a bit. Let's actually, 1 second here. Oh, wow. Cool. All right. Not bad. Just, cool. Just checking and making sure the stream is still live and everything. Looks like I'm dropping some network frames, which isn't good. No one's complaining. Imagine Sonic 06 on this console. Oh my god. That would fix Sonic 06. The entire purpose of the Series X is to fix Sonic 06. So let me go back here. Project Acoustics is Microsoft's audio ray tracing solution that should dramatically improve the sound of next-generation games. The company said it's a wave acoustics engine for 3D interactive experiences. It models wave effects like occlusion, obstruction, portaling, and reverberation effects in complex scenes without requiring manual zone markup. Or see, I don't want manual zone. Let's look up what manual. Let's learn together. What is manual zone? I will just never know. Or CPU intensive ray tracing. So basically, the Xbox Series X has its own sound card, and so if a developer wants to get really crazy with audio quality and design and complexity, it won't tank the CPU. It has its own dedicated system for sound, which is incredible because the Series X doesn't have an optical audio port. So like I guess I can't really pull it out, but my fancy Astro mix amp that uses optical audio is gonna be kind of fucked unless I have an HDMI splitter, which will luckily work. But fuck, that's annoying. So the next feature we have here, which is pretty cool. How much RAM does your PC have? I have 32 gigabytes of what did I buy? It's been over a year. I forgot what RAM I bought. I have 32 gigs. I wanted to make sure that because I'll run Photoshop while I'm rendering and while I'm uploading something, and so I want a ton of RAM so I never have to worry about it. Okay, so here's their. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is their quick resume system. I'll leave my webcam up because I don't really actually. I want it to look like my own thing, and so I'm not just showing off their shit. So this dude, we have an ADD gamer here who's being featured, so some representation. This dude's playing State of Decay, and he's like, fuck, I'm bored of State of Decay. I'm gonna load up Forza Motorsport 7 to be exact. And he's in there. He's already in, he's playing, he's like, oh, this is fun, I like this game. This is a fun game. I wanna play this. I'm bored. I'm gonna play Ori and the Blind Forest, Definitive Edition. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, I'm just gonna jump, and I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna jump. Very cool. I'm bored. I'm gonna play The Cave, which is a backwards compatible game. And he's in. And he's like, this is fun, but you know what sounds really fun? Hellblade. I wanna play some Hellblade. And boop, it's on Hellblade. Now, I want to point out that in this little video, it looks like there's actually frame rate drops, which is kind of weird. I don't want to say there's frame rate drops, but it sort of looks like it's running at a bad frame rate. But maybe that's because you have 7 other games running, you psychopath. Anyway, he gets bored of all that, and he's like, you know what? I did want to play State of Decay 2. Now, what practicality does this have? Almost none. But does it have some? Yeah, you'll find a use for it. You'll find a use for it. I think it mostly just shows off how the console is not fucking around. I think it's cool you could just have all of that running. I think that's pretty sweet. So if you wanted to be oh, I'm playing, long load times for something, I'm gonna pop over to play Spelunky while I wait on the same console. That's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I just don't think I'd use it. Hey, Nolan, what's up, girl? Goddamn, 32 is a lot, yeah. It was one of the things that drove up the price on my computer. I'm totally aware of that. As an ADHD gamer, I'm like this. Yeah, you're just I want to play State of Decay 2 for 10 seconds, and then play Forza for 1 second, and then play The Cave for half a second. That feature, I don't think that's a gimmick. I feel like that's just hey, look, it's mostly we don't have to completely close an application to run a different one. That's kind of cool. I don't feel like that's a gimmick. I feel like it's not that practical, but I feel like ray tracing is more of a gimmick because it's ooh, there's reflections. I don't know. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Dab to fight disease. All right. Disinfect it. Disinfect your screens, kids. So let's talk about specs here. We have an 8-core processor at 3.8 gigahertz, and that's pretty good. Honestly, like that is that's not bad. That's a pretty good processor if we're like really talking here, because I have an Intel Core i7 8700K, which is 6 cores at 3.7 gigahertz. And this is going to be 8 cores at 3.8. So 2 more cores with a higher clock speed. Not bad. What is SMT? Actually, I was going to look this up earlier. Electrical components are mounted directly onto the surface as a... What the fuck? What does SMT mean? Suck my teeth. What the fuck? SMT. What the fuck is SMT? Oh my god, it could be so many different things. An entertainment technology. Surface mount technology? Is that what that means? I don't know what that means. If you guys want to let me know, what do they mean? 3 point... I'm gross. Anyway, 3.66 gigahertz with SMT. Let me know what that means. Uh-oh, me big dumb console gamer, me no understand what boom boom say. Consoles might be delayed. We'll talk about that here in a second. It's a custom Zen 2 ZPU. Pretty nice. So that's a better CPU than what's in my computer. That sort of makes me jealous. Even though I'm probably going to own this product as well, I'm just like, can I take the processor out of it and pop it in my computer and just swap? Because, good lord. I would have loved to have gone for an 8-core processor, but at the time there wasn't a good one, so... for my price range. So 12 teraflops of graphics processing power, 52 CUs at 1.825 gigahertz custom RDNA 2 GPU. Does that not get you wet? Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't really do much for me either. I get that it's gonna push out more graphics. I'm impressed that it like doubles its processing power to do ray tracing. It's got 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 with 320 megabit bus. Okay. Our memory bandwidth is 10 gigabytes at 560 gigabits per second and 6 gigabyte at 3 fucking yeah. So it's that. See, I don't really like this stuff doesn't matter to the average consumer. And it's not going to affect games are optimized for the platform. I don't have to tweak the console. This doesn't really get me any wetter than I already am. This gets me wet. A 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD. The console problem has been solved. Clunky, terrible load times have been solved. Thank you. Terrible UIs, clunky menus, bad load times. Jesus. So this is actually pretty good. So I/O is, I believe, I want to make sure I know what this is. Okay, input output. Okay. So I'm guessing this means like your USB hard drives and stuff. So 2.4 gigabytes per second or gigabits per second raw, 4.8 gigabits per second uncompressed with custom hardware decompression block. What does that mean? Nothing that interesting. Hyperthreading. Simultaneous multi-threading means 8 cores equals 16 threads. Gotcha. 8K Minecraft. So this is where like I start to get a little annoyed with the Series X. So the Series X is like it's ringing good for me. You know, it's aiming for 4K at 60 FPS up to 120. This is what I care about. I want fast load times, 4K at 60 FPS. That's what I want. I have a computer that does 1080p at like 150 frames, like really well with most AAA games, and even indie games and stuff that I've played, AA games. So that's good. But that's a 1070 with all my RAM and all my processors and all my processors and RAMs and GPUs all piled up. You know, I get pretty good stuffs. But like 4K at 60, that's what I want. You know, up to higher frame rates, great, but just 4K 60. The fact that the only like 4K 60 FPS game I'm playing even right now on my Xbox is a game that came out in 2004, which is Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, I'm excited for, like, modern AAA games having, like, they're aiming for that. And no more 30 FPS bullshit, because I'm sick of 30 FPS. This bothers me, though. So the storage, it'll feature a storage expansion port in the back, which promises identical performance with the internal SSD, which is great. It's not a replacement for external USB hard drives, as those will continue to be supported for all games, but the expansion card promises identical performance to the internal drive, yeah. The company recommends them for Xbox Series X games and for optimal performance, and that's really cool and all. Let's go to Larry Herb here, and what did he say about this? This sort of bothered me, what he said, and I'm gonna have to find it. Okay. You can continue to use your USB 3.1 plus external hard drives on the Xbox Series X. So that's good. My like old Seagate hard drive will work. And run Xbox One, 360, and OG Xbox games directly from the external USB HDD. Games optimized for Xbox Series X and Velocity architecture need to be run from the internal SSD or expandable storage drive. Meaning, if you want to play new games that are optimized for the Series X, you're going to need our proprietary shit. And 1 terabyte is going to fill up so fast. Now, the one thing that is worth noting is that games can be smaller on SSDs. Look it up. I don't know the science behind it. I just know that games can take up less space on an SSD when optimized for an SSD. It's still going to take up, like, it's going to fill up so fast. And these proprietary little motherfuckers that you're going to be able to use, like, there is no way that this terabyte SSD is not going to be like $80. It's going to be more than, it's got to be more than a controller. I would even say they might charge $100 for it. A terabyte SSD, proprietary, there's no way they're not going to overcharge for that. And that pisses me off, because it's like, oh yeah, you're going to want this if you want to play them big games. I don't know. They better make those affordable, because I will be very pissed. I'll be very pissed if I'm like, I buy their $600 fucking console. But somebody pointed out, though, I saw a tweet. I don't know if it's on this thread or somewhere else, but I saw a tweet where they were saying maybe they can get away with making the Xbox Series X cheaper because they plan on selling expensive drives to sort of like, it'll sort of pad their price. It's what Nintendo does. Like, Nintendo has, like, proprietary things that you have to buy from them. So you don't just buy the Switch. You have to buy all these accessories for it. So you're not just spending $300. You're probably more, after you buy a game or two, you're giving them, like, $400, $500 after you're all said and done. Maybe that's what they're doing here, where they're like, okay, we can bring the price down if we only include a terabyte, and then we can make up the money we were losing by charging for these. So maybe the Series X will just be a $500 box, but we have to spend $100 on each of these 1 terabyte things, which is both good and bad. Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, I get that they, like, you have, like, the fact that these are, like, you can still use your hard drives, but to play, like, their modern, like, probably, like, their 8K games, their 4K 60 FPS games and stuff, you're gonna want that, is what they're telling you. But it's like, actually, I think it says, games optimized for the Series X and Velocity architecture need to be run from the internal SSD or the expandable storage drive. Need to be. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. But if it brings the cost down, I guess it's okay. At least it's something I can sort of rationalize and be like, okay, so maybe not the end of the world if I get a cheaper console out of it. But if I swear to God, if these things are $100 a piece and the console is like $600, I'm gonna be mad as hell. That is unnecessary. Jesus. Gotta make the loss back, exactly. Yeah, so I do think right, that there's a, I don't know, like, yeah. So Diamond Storm says, I hope they get rid of pay to play online. I agree. I really hope that with this new generation, they drop Xbox Live Gold and just go to Game Pass. Just Game Pass. Just Game Pass. That would blow people away. If I don't have to pay for Gold, And maybe like Game Pass is how you get like the free monthly games. So like instead of games with gold, it's games with Game Pass. Like I would pay for Game Pass, and I would pay for Game Pass Ultimate even, but I just don't really feel like good, like I good. That would so that'd be pretty stonks. Oh, so let's talk about the controller, guys. I think it's so cool that you guys are like sitting here listening to me just talk about stuff you could just read on your own, but you're hanging out with me. That's awesome. I'm in my music folder for some fucking reason. Where am I? What the fuck am I doing? Okay, there we go. So the Xbox Series X controller features USB-C. USB fucking C. I'm so happy because I got a pack of USB-C cables, and I think it's pretty cool because I have a little, I have one ready for it, even though it's red, not green. USB-C. I'm so excited for that, but it still uses AA batteries. While many may complain about the AA batteries, they're a great feature. They are. Like, okay, let's talk about that for a second. I love that my controllers have so many different options. So this controller, oh fuck, that doesn't prove my point. There's AA's in here. Oh shit, get these AA's out of here. Fuck. Fuck, everything's falling apart. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. I'm trying to prove a point. Shit. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm freaking out over here. Alright, I'm back. I mean, I never left. I mean, I had all this set up because I'm a smart YouTuber. Okay. So here is my standard Xbox controller. It came with the Xbox One X. It's got Bluetooth and shit. I got some control freaks on here. This color adds aggression to my playstyle, as you guys learned in my last video. So I have a rechargeable battery pack in here. This cost $15 on sale at my local Fred Meyer. So I popped that in there, and now it has a rechargeable battery. There we go. Now it's rechargeable. My fancy Xbox One, no, my Xbox, I almost said my Series X controller, but no, this is just my Elite controller. This is my main squeeze right here. And I put AA's in him when I am downstairs playing on my big screen, so I have AA's in him there. And when I'm in my room, I have a cable, and it's a wired controller. So in my room, it's wired. Downstairs, it uses AA's because I have a lot of AA's downstairs, and I don't go downstairs that often. And then for my computer and wireless gaming in my room, I have a rechargeable thing that I plug in once in a while. So that's what we call versatility. That's good. I don't know why people get pissy about AA batteries. Like you can do a lot of things. He done fucked you. I love I use Duracell rechargeable batteries. Oh yeah, you can also use Duracell rechargeable batteries. It's actually more affordable. You have more ways to do it. So if this was a PS4 controller and the rechargeable battery died, what do you do? What do you do? See, if this rechargeable battery died and no longer worked, it was cool, and it was big doo-doo, I pop it out, and I buy a new one. Or I put AA's in, or I plug it in. So we have that same versatility. I'm so excited. We have that same versatility, plus the beauty of USB-C, which is so much better than micro USB. It's stupid how much better it is than micro USB. So I am incredibly hyped for that. So also, with the new controller, did we get a picture of it? I might have to look this up. I swear to God. I just want a picture of your new controller. Don't horse me around. All right. So here's the meme. Here's the meme machine right here. It's got Bluetooth. It's got a new D-pad that looks way cooler than the current one. It's got a share button, so you don't have to like pause your game to like share shit anymore, which is pretty dope. It's got Bluetooth, it's got a share button, it's got a new D-pad. It's also, I don't know why they're not showing it here because I guess they're fucking retarded, but they also have, there it is. We have, okay. We also have textured triggers. I wanted textured triggers so bad, and we have textured triggers coming, so that makes me very excited. It's a small thing, but I like it. Hopefully they're not too pokey. They almost look like they could be. They look pretty soft, but they could be too pokey. But luckily they're also work. They said it'll work with other accessories, so that means like they don't want to say it because they're not like partnered with them directly, I don't think, but they'll work with Control Freaks. So luckily, my Control Freaks will work. But I'm probably just gonna buy an Elite controller too before the Xbox Series X comes out. You know, if money's good and all that. So what do you guys think? I'm actually pretty hyped. Really, what will hype me up is games. I want to see what games are like. Like, I don't need just like exclusives. I'm not like, oh, the Xbox doesn't have any games that other people can't play. No, like, I'm not there. That's not where you're not gonna find that on this channel. Now, do I like the idea of exclusives for Xbox? As long as they're built to be exclusives, I'm okay with them. I don't like the idea of Microsoft buying up things and then making them like a proprietary Xbox Windows only thing. Like, that's annoying. I hate that, like, yeah, Sony owns Spider-Man, but I hate that like characters like Spider-Man got turned into like a PlayStation exclusive thing, because that's because PlayStation and Spider-Man are not mutually exclusive, and like lots of people love Spider-Man. He's a universal thing, whereas like something like Gears of War is like, okay, that was designed for Xbox, or God of War or something like that, or Kingdom Hearts, which is now everywhere, but whatever. But I want to see is like, what does Cyberpunk look like on the Series X? What's gonna be different between like when I buy Doom Eternal in like 2 days versus when I play it on my Series X at the end of the year? What will it be like? What will be changed? Will GTA 5 get an enhancement and a release for Series X? Will there be a GTA 6? What will Red Dead be like? Will Red Dead get like an update that will allow it to run at like 60 FPS on console? Like, what are we doing? Like, that's what I want. Like, what? Yeah, new and old games. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see Halo Infinite gameplay. What does a mission of Halo Infinite look like running on the Series X? So, I really hope that, obviously with like E3 being canceled, we'll talk about E3 now, I guess. With E3 being canceled, we're gonna get all of our information online. I've seen people think that like games are just gonna get outright delayed, but Microsoft and Sony and anybody else in between would be stupid to delay games during a time where everybody's inside. Like, I sit inside all day anyway, but now I don't even want to go to Walmart. So like, give me games. I'll order them on Amazon. I will pre-order them on digital things. Like give me video games. So don't worry about like games and consoles being delayed. Most people are ordering them online, and you know, that's just what's gonna happen. So when it comes down to it, that's what I'm excited for. And with E3, I just want to see it, like the Xbox briefing for E3, their E3, the Microsoft Nintendo Direct that they're basically going to be doing. I just want them to be like, here's what this game looks like, and this is what this game's like, and here's the difference. Here's why you buy our console. I want it to be like, hey, if you buy, they should say stuff like, okay, so if you want to buy Cyberpunk on the Xbox One X, here's what it's like. Here's the loading times. Here's the graphics. And then I want them to be like, but here's it running on a Series X, and I want both my dick and mine to be blown in that moment. Like, I just want to be taken away. I want to be like, whoa, that's worth the money. Because right now I'm like, okay, these are nice specs. These are nice concepts. How do they work? I want Activision to be like, oh, by the way, here's what Modern Warfare, we're going to update Modern Warfare for the Series X, and here's ray tracing, and here's higher frame rates, and here's all that. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Hey, don't worry, Josh the Sniper. Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone here. That's what I don't know. I don't know why. I guess they're gonna wait till. I guess I was gonna say I don't know why they're waiting, but I guess they're gonna wait till E3. But now that E3 is canceled, it's like, just be a fucking baller and just in May, just be like, hey, big Xbox briefing in May, and just give us like a shit ton of information in May. Like, I want them to do that, but I know that they're going to regulate it to like E3 sort of like normal schedule, but it's all going to be online. So we'll huddle in front of our computers and TVs and watch as Microsoft collectively pisses down everybody's pant legs. I want a lot from the next E3 because I feel like this is a time when the world needs video games. No, I just want to, I want to be a little bit more wowed than I was. I feel like last E3 they were like, yeah, we can't really talk about the next gen stuff too much, so we're mostly just sort of cleaning up. I mean, last E3, Microsoft was like, one of their big announcements is that they're not doing any more backwards compatible games until the Series X, and I'm like, if one of your big announcements is we're done doing something that you like, is like, okay, we know that we're wrapping up this generation. So I'm hoping that Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo just get out there and just make giant announcements. Obviously, that's what E3 is all about. I'm not saying anything that no one's thinking, but I'm saying that, like, with the new consoles coming out, I want to be wowed. Like, part of what I want from like tomorrow when Sony starts talking shit, and during E3 when Sony like does like their own, they're not gonna probably do their own. You know, when Sony does their big reveals, my gamer score, all the money I've poured into it. You gonna pull me away from that? Like, they maybe could, but I don't know. The big hope I have is that Sony's gonna say like complete backwards compatibility. I hope that rumor was true. PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 backwards compatibility for the PS5. That'd be fantastic. Would Boom stream a Lego Star Wars remaster on the Series X? No, because that's probably not happening. But Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on Series X, oh yeah. But if the Series X, it'd be really cool if like their big E3 announcement is that the Series X automatically enhances every game that it can. Some games I imagine are just like really intensive and they're optimized a certain way or the code is messy. But like, what if every 360 game just ran at 4K? And if you think that's ridiculous, it's not. Mirror's Edge, Blacklist, Sonic Generations, they just run at 4K. And yeah, not higher frame rates, they're not rewriting the game code or anything and changing up how physics work and everything, but what they are doing is making them like age way better. So maybe we could see like 4K Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, which would just blow my shit open. Like, that'd be incredible. But there's an elephant in the room that I haven't talked about yet. Is there really any practical reason, if you're not a YouTuber, if you're not like, I want to say super liquid, because like I'm not super liquid right now when it comes to money, but what I mean is like, what am I trying to say? If you're not like, you know, there to do that and you're not there for it, like, is there really a reason to buy these new consoles at all? Like, they both have already said that like they're going to be backwards compatible and forwards compatible. So let's just say, like, my buddy has an Xbox, like an original Xbox One, and he has no interest in buying an Xbox One X to get like better load times or performance or shit like that. He doesn't care. He's not into that. It's not worth his money, and it's fair. So, what purpose will he have to buy a Series X? Like, wouldn't it be better if he was like sort of like trying to like, you know, save money, maybe just like buy the Xbox One X when the Series X comes out because it'll be super cheap? It's sort of hard to get hyped when the new console leap is not going to be as big as previous ones. It's mostly just going to be sort of, I feel like it's just going to be like, okay, here's the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, everything you dislike about them, all the clunkiness that still exists from previous hardware and everything, and every way that they were held back, we'll just get rid of that. And that's basically what it is. It's like the actuality of what we wanted from something like the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. So, that's fair to say. So, what reason does anybody have to buy a Series X or a PS5? Like, yeah, obviously if you're going to buy a new console, you're going to buy a new console, but let's say you're on the fence. You don't have go out and buy new console money. How are they going to sit in front of you and say you don't need it, but you should buy it anyway? Like, how would you sell me on that? If I wasn't a YouTuber and wasn't going to cover it as a product and make videos on it and use it to sort of, you know, be a part of my channel, like, I'm thinking like, okay, well, yeah, better load times are great and ray tracing's cool, and better hardware is better hardware, but what else? Like, and I don't need it. I can still play Cyberpunk. I can still play Doom. I can still play Skywalker Saga. I can still play Modern Warfare, probably the next Battlefield. Like, they're not, I don't know. Part of me wants them to just be like, okay, after the Series X comes out, after that first year, only Series X games, Xbox One games are backwards compatible. You can play Xbox One games, but we're done making games for the Xbox One. Because then there'd be a reason to buy a Series X. But that's kind of like, I don't know. Like, for me, it took a year for the Xbox One to prove itself to me. So, like, the Xbox One came out in 2013, and I did not get one until 2014. Actually, I got it, like, beginning of 2015, I believe. So, that is sort of an interesting subject. It's like, what's the point to grab this thing at launch? Or maybe there isn't one. Unless you're just a really, you're a collector, you're a buyer, you're liquid as fuck, you're dripping in ice right now, or you're a YouTuber, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like there's not the idea that all my games would just be better on the Series X. That would really sell me. Like it's not just Xbox One X enhanced games anymore, like how it is now. It's like, no, your entire library is better. Your entire library gets frame rate bonuses and resolution bumps and everything, and it just goes up. It just enhances all your shit. It's like, wow, yeah, that would make these games age way better. I wouldn't feel the need to buy games that I already own on console on PC. And there are games that I want to buy on PC because they never got enhanced, and I don't really want to go play 720p games. And I'm sorry, that sounds like sort of snobby, but after I've experienced like 4K and stuff, it's sort of like it's hard. So hopefully at E3, they give me like 5 big reasons to buy, like that I can get really excited about. I'm hoping for 5. Yeah, basically free remasters. Like, oh, okay, so now that the Xbox 360 copy of Black Ops 2 I have now runs at 1800p with simulated HDR. Because, that's the other thing too. The Xbox Series X can do simulated HDR. That's not in that post there, but that definitely is a thing. So it basically, like, with AI, will like project HDR like images to your screen using artificial intelligence, which is pretty fucking cool. So yeah, if I could just like get like, Black Ops 1 and 2 now run at 4K, it's like, real shit? 4K 60 FPS Black Ops 1? Like, okay. Hell yeah. So, let's talk about some other things. Thoughts on Sony buying Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania? I hate Sony because, okay, look. Well, I hate Sony. End of stream. No. I hate that Sony buys shit that everybody likes and goes, you have to play it over here. It's anti-consumer. It looks at the gaming sphere and goes, no. There's gaming, and then there's other platforms. Gaming, other platforms. And I'm really glad Microsoft moved away from that, because I really want to see a world where a company doesn't just, like, buy Metal Gear Solid as a franchise. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like, no. I hate that. Xbox players love Metal Gear. And, in fact, I would love to see a world where Konami just remasters and releases all the Metal Gear games on all platforms, so you don't have to hop between different platforms and, have a backwards compatible here and, use an emulator here and buy the new one for that. Sony grabbing loved properties and using their own loved properties to, like, make exclusives, I think is bad. It's good if you're a PlayStation owner, take advantage of it, can't blame you. But for people that, like, buy into one ecosystem and they can't justify having 2 separate ecosystems, it's like the new streaming platforms taking stuff off Netflix. Like, oh yeah, NBC doesn't want you to watch Office on Netflix anymore. You have to go subscribe to NBC. No. That's ridiculous. Your shit, you can't go around. Nintendo does this too, and Microsoft has done it in the past. And I will say this. I think we all get mad when a company walks up to us. My nose is so stuffed. My when when a company walks up to you and says, "My shit doesn't stink. You have to come to my platform. You have to subscribe to my streaming service. You have to buy my proprietary shit." I don't like Xbox doing proprietary SSDs for expandable storage. Now, if that was due to like limitations, that's the only way they could get it to work. Okay, sure, but it's still like it's sort of it's still upsetting to me because it's like, can you not hop out in front of like things that everybody should have access to and say, you have to get it from me, get my stuff. But Microsoft, when it comes to like Play Anywhere and Game Pass and backwards compatibility and releasing games on Windows and Xbox, good. I'm so glad that PC players can play Halo Reach with all those awesome PC settings and everything. Oh, fuck yeah. Like, I love that. I want PC players and Nintendo and Switch owners to have Kingdom Hearts. I want more games to be more places, not have them be less places to justify the purchase. That's bullshit. And that's just, how does that not get through people's heads? Like, oh, there's no reason to own a PlayStation. Yeah, there is. It's cheaper than a PC. It runs games fine. You can put it under your TV. It's portable. Fuck you. Like, there's a reason to own things if it provides a service. It doesn't need to steal every service. Not everything needs to own everything and keep it away from everywhere else. And that it's just a very frustrating concept. So my thoughts on like Sony buying like Metal Gear is like, fuck you. I love Metal Gear. I've been getting into Metal Gear over the last 2 years, watching videos on it, getting story recaps, and learning about it and watching reviews on the games and lore stuff. And I love it. Right now I'm playing through Metal Gear Solid 5 and I love it. I'm loving it so far. There's so much to love. Nah, it's not perfect, but I love it. And the idea that like a new Metal Gear could come out only on PlayStation, fucking kill me. If a franchise is created for the specific purpose of being an exclusive, fine. If that eventually branches out to new platforms later, fine. Do not tell me that, boo-hoo, just go buy the other platform. It's like, it's a shitty practice. It's a shitty practice to like take loved things that have been... Metal Gear has been everywhere. It's been on PlayStation Portable. It's been on Xbox 360. It's been on PS2. It's been on, I think, PS1. It's been on GameCube. It's been everywhere. And now it's like, what fucking hell? There's... For me, a console is about its features, its performance, its power, its services. That's what a console should be about. Not, oh, you don't get to play the next Metal Gear game unless you buy my console, faggot. Like, that's... I feel bullied. It's like, oh, Xbox has tons of Final Fantasy fans. Final Fantasy games do really well on Xbox, surprisingly. Like, Square Enix brought all of the Final Fantasy games to Xbox. That's amazing. And now Kingdom Hearts, the entire series of Kingdom Hearts, and every mainline Final Fantasy game, I'm pretty sure, is on Xbox. That's fucking incredible. But Final Fantasy VII has to be a year exclusive on PlayStation? Just fucking kill me. You're going to give Xbox players... And I'm mad at Microsoft, too, because, like, where is Microsoft in this fight at all? It feels like Sony is just like, hey, Square, come over here. Come talk to me, you know? Hey, Konami, come over here. Come talk to me. And Microsoft's like, Game Pass. Like, kills me, guys. It really kills me. It really kills me, because it's like, I want, you know, was Microsoft in the room when Sony snagged that? That's bullshit. Xbox players were so excited to get Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 15 did well. On Xbox, it did well. Like, you're just not going to let people have the Final Fantasy 7 remake because they don't have a PlayStation. Like, I can wait. I've waited for years. And then you have PlayStation fans. You have PlayStation fans getting all pissy because Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn are coming to PC. Like, why? That's not a bad thing. And Sony's more willing to bring their games to other platforms. So maybe the Metal Gear Solid series will be like, okay, PC and PlayStation, which I could, you know what? I'm okay with that. Not just because I have a PC, but because you should at least not lock those games behind the singular platform. PCs are flexible. You can get a cheap gaming laptop, lower the settings, pop in the new Metal Gear. Okay, fine. You're going to tell me that like Metal Gear needs to be only on PlayStation? That's ridiculous. That's something that's so beloved by so many people. And so I really hope with the next generation of gaming, and I really hope at E3 we get to see a lot of wall breaking. I love that Sony's like, oh yeah, you can play Horizon Zero Dawn on PC. I'm like, yes, I wanted to play Horizon Zero Dawn for a while, but I wasn't willing to go spend $400 to go do that. Hey, Jack Hansen, what's up? So what else? Were they buying? Yeah, Silent Hill pisses me off too, because Silent Hill, like, these are things that are loved by everybody, and it's just stupid to like take that away from select individuals. Castlevania as well, like it's bad. It's bad. Can't do that. Yeah, Microsoft scooped up Obsidian and Platinum Games, but they scooped up Obsidian, and Obsidian's last game came out on PlayStation and Xbox. But the thing is that I doubt that the next Nier Automata game, or the next Devil May Cry, or the next Bayonetta, or the next Vanquish would just be Xbox exclusive. I don't see that coming or happening, and if it is Xbox exclusive, that means it's also on Windows. So when Microsoft grabs a studio, it's like, okay, that could be bad. Microsoft had a habit back in the early 2000s of buying a company and letting it die. You know, oh, we own Banjo and Kazooie. Let's make 3 really terrible games and then never do anything with them again. Like, okay, thanks. That's like the go-to example, and I really hope Master Chief never becomes that. But that also could be because of 343, but that's a whole other topic. The idea that consoles need to basically steal beloved franchises in order to justify the purchase is ridiculous to me. You either want the platform or you don't. You pick what platform has the features and services that you desire. The customizability, the price, all of that. You don't need to take away things like Spider-Man from Xbox players. And I'm sorry, that's what Sony did. Yeah, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. That doesn't mean that it had to be a PlayStation exclusive. Just saying. So, it's upset. It's upsetting because I hope that we just see at least console exclusives coming to PC as well, because also PC gamers despite the way they act online, they are people too. And they deserve good games. They deserve fun video games. And they've missed out because they don't want to, because I'm sorry, if you have a nice gaming rig and that's where you like to play, buying an Xbox is like, for Halo, I have to spend $400 to play Halo? At 60 FPS? Not my 120? With a controller? No. So, like, PC people, PC players, gamers, PCMR, they should get these exclusives. I'm glad that Halo is coming to PC. I'm so happy about that. Like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me because for me to buy a PlayStation, it's like, okay, PlayStation is very comparable to Xbox. But if you're a PC gamer, a console is not very comparable to your PC. But having to own one, Otherwise, you're fucked out of getting nice games. It's like, cool. Guess I'll just be upset. What do you prefer more, Xbox or PlayStation? I prefer Xbox. That's where I've been. I have nothing. I have nothing. I have no hate against PlayStation as a platform. I disagree with Sony on things, but I also disagree with Microsoft on things. Um, I've asked you before. Do you like Rockstar games like GTA and Red Dead? Yeah. I don't get super into them, but I do like them. I love. They make a solid open world game, and I have a lot of fun with those. So, hold on. Um, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting topic. Yes. So my thumbnail says Xbox Series X, E3 2020, new games, and more. So what's the and more? Um, why do people? I don't know. I can see games getting delayed because coronavirus is like taking developers away from their studios. Because I know a lot of developers right now are working from home. But when it comes to like, oh, they're not going to release the game because of Corona, it's like, if it's finished or it's gone gold, they're likely going to release it because they're going to miss out on tons of sales. I've never asked you before. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Donkey's video on the fall of Xbox. Donkey's criticism on things means about as much to me as the toilet paper that I wiped on my face in my second to last video. Donkey is a very funny guy. I think his video game criticisms are shit. His criticisms of companies sometimes I agree with, and obviously if he says something everyone's already thinking, it's gonna be like, yeah, of course, like everyone hates that Xbox did that or does that, but I don't respect his criticisms. I don't respect his reviews or his overviews on games. When he's funny, but like I don't respect his opinion. Yeah, his comedy is hilarious. Oh, it's Scarecrow. Hi. Yeah, his comedy is fucking hilarious. Like he can be very funny. I think he used to be funnier back in the day. But he's funny dude. But like when he criticizes the game, I'm just like, shut up. Like I don't know. Especially when I've said this before. Some people weren't here for it. He color graded Infinite Warfare to look bad in his video. He grayscaled Infinite Warfare to use it as an example as bad coloring in games. And universally said that all forms of motion blur are bad when not even looking at per object, which is a different subject all entirely. So, I don't know. His game criticisms to me suck. His Octopath Traveler review makes me furious. And I don't even play Octopath Traveler. I want to, though. I tweeted something at you, Boom. It needs boomer approval. Boomer approval? Okay, well, I will watch that later. Probably not on the podcast right now, but cool. Do you watch the Actman YouTube channel? Not actively, but I do keep up with his stuff from time to time. I like Actman. He's weird relationship with me. So he watched my videos, commented that he was like, "You're cool. I like you." It was my video about Clean Prince Gaming, and the other dude, they were doing like this whole like this game is dead sort of like fear mongering, fuck this game type videos, and I criticized them. Actman found it organically and was like, "You're pretty cool. Subscribe to my channel." We talked on Twitter a couple times, and then he's not in my subscriber feed anymore. He doesn't follow me on Twitter, and I don't know what I did. I have no idea. I have no idea. Do you watch Doctor Disrespect? No. 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 Um. No. Doctor Disrespect's persona that he has gives me a bloody headache. His like, oh, it's a persona, but it's like, fuck, no. Nice ear, thank you. I got it the other day. Um, Boom. What will you do with your free 1,000 from the government? That'll probably go to my mom because she owns the house I live in. I'm living with my mom because I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I live with my mom. So she'll probably, like, I don't know, replace the front door because it's kind of falling apart. That's probably what'll happen. Probably fix the water heater. Not the water heater, the AC unit. So that'll new front door, new AC unit. That's probably what we're gonna do with it. Oh, was that was that was that a fake question? Top 5 games you dream was remastered or remaked. Easy. 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 Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2. Every Medal of Honor game. Every Battlefield game. And a Minish Cap remake in the style of their new Link's Awakening one that they did. All right, I'm gonna one sec. I gotta blow my nose and drink some water here. So I'm gonna. My PC build was just over 1,300, I believe. I was like 13. No, it was closer to 1,400 for what it was. And it's cool because it's got like a 660 in there. It's got like 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a nice quadro. It's really nice. 1 second, guys. I'll play some music for you. What kind of music? What do you listen to? Oh, I know. I'll play this thing that I've been playing a lot in my videos. Okay, 1 second. I gotta go blow my nose. No one wants to see that. All right, we are back. I'm glad nobody heard that because it's one of those like things where you blow your nose and it feels like it comes from behind your eye and it kind of makes you cry a little bit. I didn't cry. Okay, so okay. Jake, I almost read that out loud and my fucking Google Home would have heard me, so I'm upset at you for almost screwing me over that way. So, anyway. I think I said I was going to talk about Warzone and the coconut virus. So, I saw something about Warzone today that made me laugh a little. It was kind of dumb. It's not a big deal. I just was like, I don't know. I just. You ever see somebody tweet something? Maybe you guys do when you watch me tweet things, but like you see somebody tweet something, you're like, you fucking idiot. You fucking stupid. Like I like Noah J. Bless Noah J's heart, but solo Warzone is the biggest camp fest I've ever seen. LMAO. Man, the whole game is a camp fest. From what I see on your stream, it's facts. Oh my god. Like, I like to call it a strategy staying in one place. Okay, so like, fuck a duck, dude. Like, can you believe that the game mode that only gives you one life to live, you have no teammates to support you, and the items you pick up leave after you die, even if you like win in the gulag, you lose your shit. Like, I think you lose your shit. I don't know. I haven't played much Battle Royale compared to Plunder, but it's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's gonna fucking yeah. Solo, it's a fucking huge map. 150 people, 149 people are gunning for you. You have no teammates. You only have one life. I wonder why people are camping. Like, it's like people, COD players, when somebody holds still, just have a fucking aneurysm. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, I have no teammates. I have one life to live. It's a giant map. There's 149 people that will kill me. You follow Nero. I can't follow Nero anymore. Nero got on my nerves in 2016, and I have not let it go. And also, yeah, and you're right, Jake. It's a new mode that means people aren't confident yet. No shit. Like, people are not confident as solo Warzone players, so they're not going to be, like, running out in the open. Also, why do COD players, and I say COD players, taking myself out of that equation because I'm an FPS player, even though I mostly focus on COD recently, because I've enjoyed Modern Warfare quite a bit. Why do they act like everyone that they play against is supposed to hold the fuck still? Or isn't supposed to hold still, sorry. Why do they act like people are supposed to? For some dumb reason. They're supposed to run into your bullets. They're not. Like, they're not supposed to. Like, they have trouble with people not being forced into a lane that forces a mid to close range engagement. They have so much trouble with that. Warzone has convinced me to get the MP. Awesome. Well, I think I sent you a friend request. I don't know if you accepted it on Activision. But either way, like, I don't know what it is. Like, COD players, they have like an aneurysm when people play. Like, the last two Call of Duties overly forced engagements and simplified everything. If you think that's what COD is supposed to be, power to you, bless your heart. Like, that's fine. I don't care. You can like that. Don't go into other styles of Call of Duty, other styles of shooter, and be like, people are holding power positions. People are, like, using cover and not running in front of my bullets. Also, these people only play, like, TDM and domination. I don't know why I'm still, like, beating this drum. Okay, these people only play domination and TDM, and they're like, wow, everyone's camping. Like, fucking play kill confirmed on hardpoint. Or cyber attack. Like, those game modes are snappy as hell, and people are forced to play the objective. I don't know. Like, yeah, Thunder. Yeah, Thunder, Nero. There's lots of YouTubers out there that, like, they prefer the Treyarch style. Like, Exclusive Ace prefers the Treyarch style, but he's not, like, shitting all over Modern Warfare because, like, he doesn't get it. And some of the other YouTubers act like it's, like, this novel thing. Yeah, Plunder is fucking fun as hell. But, like, TDM and Dom in games like in Modern Warfare 2, Ghosts, Modern Warfare now, Modern Warfare 3, they're campier. They're slower game modes because it's about map control, and it's about, and then look with TDM, there's just no reason to, like, stay. There's no reason to move in TDM, goofballs. So, yeah, anyway. Third person solos would work better in Warzone. I don't know. It kind of takes away from some of the tension. Well, my webcam's doing that weird thing where it makes my face green, and I have no idea why. I found out why this happens, like, a while back, and I fixed it. I have no idea. Oh, I remember. But yeah, no, I don't know what it is. Like, Call of Duty players, like, my channel's been, like, awfully critical Yeah, that's what it was. It was fucking... Oh, weird. I can, like, basically change the color of my lights depending on what white balance I choose. That's fun. Let's just do that. There. Now I have an... there's my skin tone, everybody. Fucking Jesus. I don't know why you guys watch me. But a big thing, right, is that, like... Call of Duty players are, like, never happy. It's sort of become the thing. And I just can't believe that, like... I don't know. They can't adjust. That's it. I don't want to like make the whole rest of the podcast me ranting about that. I can really rant about that for a long time. They just can't adjust, and that's really what it comes down to. It's they are unwilling to adjust. So I don't accept no homo. I only accept extra homo. But thank you. The only content creators I follow are you, Prestigious Key, Exclusive Ace. I used to like E. coli. E. coli's a great dude. What a fucking awesome guy. Just stop trying to get me to subscribe. E. coli. Oh, I don't want to break my glasses. Fuck you, E. coli, for like constantly badgering me to subscribe to your channel throughout your video, and you're like, oh, your sponsorships and shit. Like, fucking, it's so... People get mad at my videos because I talk too much. It's like, I could be sitting here going, hey guys, don't forget to click the bell icon, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment, and don't forget to masturbate 4 times a day for respiratory health. Like, it's obnoxious when you're constantly with like on-screen shit and stuff, just constantly leaving shit on his fucking screen. I love E. coli though. Good. He's a good guy. Yeah, Prestige. I like that Prestige will just like do a quick video. I want to say I don't want to say they're lazy because Prestige hooked me up with Astros. He's like, hey buddy, happy Hanukkah. Here's a pair of Astro A40 TRs. So I'm not gonna like make fun of Prestige, but I don't watch that style of content because it's just like gameplay, words, done. And I was making that content over the last couple of months, and it pissed me off. Right? Because after a while, you just get so frustrated being like everybody else. And because if you're really a content creator, you're like, I look like everyone else. I look like everybody else that makes fucking YouTube videos. And so, you know, the chat's over here, in case you're wondering. I have the chat and the thing here, so that's why I'm not looking directly at the webcam. But I don't want to be like everybody else when they're making YouTube videos. So I've been trying to include more IRL stuff of me and skits and some humor in my videos. I'm not a comedian, but I'm trying to like make it more personal. So it's more like this is me. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's sort of like whatever. Boom, you played Raid Shadow Legends. So Raid Shadow Legends is actually something I wanted to talk about. It's actually my list here of things I was going to talk about. So Raid Shadow Legends approached Muda, also known as Some Ordinary Gamers. I don't know if you guys know who Some Ordinary Gamers are. Where's a picture of him? This fucking beautiful man. This fucking beautiful fucking dude. Like, he eats babies. He's like the coolest guy. Like, he's so fucking awesome. Ah, fucking hell yeah. So he makes videos, right? And he decided to like hop out in front of all of the Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships that were going on. And what he described as like scorched earth, burnt bridge. Like, he just destroyed Raid Shadow Legends as a video game and just shat all over it. Like, fuck you. Don't even offer me a damn dime. I am not playing your shitty game. Then 2 things happened. One, Raid Shadow Legends responded to somebody saying they never pay anybody. They never pay anybody to talk nice about the game. And then Raid Shadow Legends offered this fucking beautiful man. They offered him 10 grand to talk about Raid Shadow Legends. They're telling people on their Twitters, hey man, like, what is it, like at RPG, I believe, RPG, is it at RPG? No, of course it's not at RPG, what is it, it's at Raid? That's like, don't know. Raid Shadow Legends. At Raid RPG. So they have a tweet in here somewhere where they're telling somebody that they don't pay people, and then they went to Muda and they're like, "Want 10 grand to talk about Raid Shadow Legends?" Like, what? I that is so. That is such dishonesty. That is so hard to hear. That they're like that. So, I don't know. So, here's the thing. If Raid Shadow Legends was to approach me and say, "Hey, you sponsor us? We sponsor you. We give you 10 grand." They wouldn't give a channel my size 10 grand. They'd probably be like, "Here's probably I don't know, a grand for how much what my general outreach is." Be like, "Here's a grand." I'd take it. It's not that like I'm poor or broke, but it's like, yeah, I'd take a grand. And I'd be like, "Sure." But the moment they put a contract in front of me that doesn't allow me to criticize the game, done. Out of there. Because I want to be like, "Hey guys, if you're interested, download Raid Shadow Legends on your phone. It's basically like every other mobile RPG. If you want to do it, go for it. I encourage you to try it at least." Okay? So I do that. I want to be able in my next video to say, like, I want to be able to like do this. Like, just one second. Be like, "Don't play Raid Shadow Legends." Like, I want to be able to do that. Like, I'd love to be able to do that. And just say like, "Hey guys, I hate this game, but I would love it if you tried it." If they would let me do that, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would do that. I would do that for $100. I would be like, "Hey guys, I hate this fucking game. I would never play it in my entire life, but you might see some enjoyment in it. So go ahead and give it a try." If they paid me $100 to do that, I would do that, no problem. No skin off my nose. If they told me that I had to pretend to love it and that I couldn't criticize it, I would be furious. And I'd love to know about that. I'd love to know if they really tell people that. Should I say a hot take? Should I try this hot take? I have a hot take. Any YouTuber that is telling you to play Raid Shadow Legends, that is telling you that they play Raid Shadow Legends, they're lying. I'm sorry. They're lying to you. They're lying. To your little face, they're lying to it. You think Prestigious Key? I think Prestigious Key owns a Switch. He has a Nintendo fucking Switch. Do you think he's on his phone knowing he could be playing Smash or Resident Evil or some shit? You think he's on his phone playing Raid? Prestigious Key has, I think he has an Xbox, a PlayStation, a good PC, and a Switch. You think he's playing Raid Shadow Legends? It's not happening. They're lying to you. I hate that they're lying. I think Drifter was even like, "Guys, no, I really do play the game." It's like, do you? Do you really? You don't. Yeah, you don't. You don't. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you looked at their stats on the app, you'd be like, "Wow, Drifter plays this game like every day for an hour," which is like a lot for a mobile game. Or maybe he plays like once a week even. Like, I'd be surprised if he plays once a week. But the fat stacks, yeah, dude, I'd take fat stacks as long as I'd be like, "Okay, I will take your contract. Am I allowed to say I don't like your game and that I don't personally play it?" No? And go fuck yourself. Because I believe Raid's whole purpose right now is to take over the internet and just be annoying till everybody's like, "Okay, I have to try this game out." So that's what I'm guessing is their goal. So they don't care. I don't think they would care if I was like, "Here's the sponsorship pitch. Download Raid Shadow Legends today. It's a game you can play on your phone. Some people enjoy it even. Even some people have gone as far as to say that they play it, though those claims cannot be verified. Download today at the Play Store or Apple Store. App Store. And then my video would start. like if they let me do that, then cool. I really like Raid Shadow Legends because they sponsored me. Like, I could say that. Like, it has to be really obvious. I wouldn't want like any of like my younger, if like a younger viewer is watching, like, Boom hates everything, but he likes Raid. Like, I'd hate to spread that sort of malarkey, right? There are some decent mobile games out there too. I actually think Tuber Simulator is one of the decent ones. Pokemon Go's fun. More fun. That's not for me, but more fun. You wouldn't compromise a video script for 5K if I'm not allowed to go, if I'm locked in like they can pursue me legally if I say I don't like the game. Like if I'm able to say like, okay, read my script, and then if I'm okay, I'll be like, am I allowed in my next video to say that was just a script, not my words? If they told me no, I'm out of there. Now, $10,000, that starts getting to that, like, I feel like I'd be like hurting my family by not accepting that money. But they're not going to do that. But let's just say they did. They're like, here's $10,000 to pretend forever that you like Raid Shadow Legends. I'd be like, for my mommy. For my mommy. I'd do it for my mommy. I would do it for my household, likely. I'll be fully, but that's my honesty with you guys. I would be fully willing to do that. Because at the end of the day, I do know it is up to the viewer to decide whether or not they download it and then whether or not they spend money on microtransactions. But really, just buy better games, like play better, do better things with your time. You wouldn't say you loved it, but you wouldn't say you hated it. Yeah, I'd probably be like, it's a game. I played it. It was pretty good. I spent $500 trying to get a character. Super fun. Raid laden paid. That's my motto. Raid laden paid. No, but there's a tweet where they're just like, oh, we never pay people. What is this? Like, so they have like a whole thing, email address, type of content, about me. Oh, you can just submit. You can just be like, I would love to see what they require. If they're like, I would respect Raid if I was like, guys, I don't like your game. I am willing to advertise it as long as I can make it clear that it's not for me. If they said yes to that, that is like peak. That is peak internet points for them, because if they let me be honest with you guys while still like paying me to like show it off, that's a solid win. But if I signed up and they're like, sure, but you have to read this and you can't go back on it, you can't say anything that contradicts it, and you cannot talk bad about the company, otherwise we will pursue you legally. It's like, boop, and we're done. Oh, you found it. Yes, thank you, Jake. You're a fucking hero. This was the tweet that Muda showed. Hi there, we do not sponsor. We cooperate only with those YouTubers who play our game and want to be our influencers. We do not pay money for it. Now, maybe what they mean here is that they don't pay you to become one. What they mean is they pay you if you are already one. Maybe. But that's getting close to like fraudulent, like handing Muda 10 grand or offering him 10 grand and then being like, we don't pay people. We don't pay people. No. There are influencers. No, that's allegedly. Why is the other picture, Jake, that I have from you on here me fingering my sniper rifle? Oh, only the OGs will remember that video. That's a popular. Oh, that's right. I sent you the video, and you were like all into it. You were like, wow, that's raw sexual energy. Anyway, I think it'd be crazy. That's BS. I'm in a Discord with a bunch of huge YouTubers, and their brand deal channel just says to do the deal and take the money. Wow. Plays Fleetwood Mac, Little Lies. Was that a real sniper? No, that's my airsoft sniper. I don't play with real guns. I've gotten criticized, though, on this channel for, like, playing around with, like, an airsoft gun on stream. Like, I get that maybe a kid's watching and a kid's an idiot, but, like, I'm an adult. My channel is not made for children. I got yelled at because I was playing with an airsoft gun or a BB. I think it was a BB gun. I was, like, spinning it around. And I'm like, this is fake as hell. And I made it very clear. Like, this is a fake gun. This is not a real gun. I would not play with a real gun on stream like some people do. We all know the video. Oh, sorry, Jake. Yeah, no, there's there's two Jakes. Yes, Z is Jake. I don't know why he has a picture of a nuke from Zombies and the word Yes, Z. I don't know why he doesn't switch his name to Jake. I guess he's just being Jake, but whatever. Have you played the new Operation on Rainbow? No, like I'm not really in the mood for Rainbow. Also, there's like people that have criticized me because they're like, "Oh, nice toy you have there." It's like, go outside. Like, what are you pissed off that somebody has like a fucking toy? Will you shoot a can of G Fuel? I would buy G Fuel just to shoot it. Like, I get that there's worse things you can put in your body, but like, God, it's so overpriced for what it is, and it's so gross. They can't go outside them. Oh, that's right, they can't go outside. But I've just been criticized for so long, though. Well, what's their excuse before? But he's 14. Yeah, you can see my Legos back there on the shelf behind me. There, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Would you ever buy and own a real gun? I'm going to keep that a secret for anybody that's potentially doxing me. Whether or not I have a real gun is a mystery you can solve by doxing my address. Uh-oh. Terms of service violation. I threatened violence. No, I didn't. It's just a mystery. It's a fun mystery. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. That one streamer who shot his gun and shot G Fuel on his desk. Oh my god, I know. It's so fucking sad. Who plays with a loaded gun? I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna save this registration for raid on my thing. I might sign up for the raid registration because again, it's like, what if one day I'm like, yeah, Mom, I could have probably made a couple thousand, but like, you know, I could have helped more with some more bills and shit. But my gamer integrity was they're just, what the fuck? Get a new car with that, you know, because money is like more important to me than like whether or not some douchebag buys microtransactions. Actually, it's not. You know what? It's really not. Again, as long as I could criticize the game, or at least say that I do not personally condone it or play it, then I'd be okay with it. But other than that, they can go kiss my shiny metal ass. So I'm going to find that video of the dude. I hope it's like streamer, not girl, fires gun. Come on, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give me this. I just want the clip. Yes. I don't want to watch your news report. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You guys ready for this? If you haven't seen this, this is a great thing that's happening here. So this is Dumbass of the Week.
Bitch, say I ain't got money. Say I ain't got money. God damn.
I love that like the compressor filter he has on his mic for OBS is like it like silence that shot because like it's compressing the loudest piece of audio. So the gun just is like it just sounds like a Nerf gun going off. His face right there is like, oh, like that's so embarrassing. I almost feel bad for this guy because clearly he's been drinking. Clearly he's a little tipsy. But you can't feel like it's so weird when someone's like this. Like I want to feel bad, but it's like you fucking moron. Like that's a firearm. Like
I swear to God, I just emptied the mag.
And to be quite honest,
what? I swear to God, I emptied the mag is the most pathetic part of it. I swear to God, I emptied the mag. Can you imagine, like, this dude's at the shooting range, and you bring your son to, like, fire off some rounds. Like, you're gonna teach him marksmanship, because marksmanship is a fucking cool skill to learn. And you're standing there, and this dude's like, oh, I need a prop. I'm a prop comic. 1 second. 1 second. So, like, you're at the shooting range, and you're teaching your son, this is fake, by the way, this is an airsoft, this is a BB gun, okay, it's fake, there's no real chamber, it's just, it looks scary. Okay, so, you're there, you're teaching your child, and I even checked that it was unloaded, like, you're there with your son, right, and you're gonna be like, okay, but or your daughters can shoot guns too, and you're like, okay, so you raise your sight here, and you want to line up the sight. Now breathe. You're gonna squeeze. Don't pull. Now squeeze. Don't. And like this dude next to you is like, say I don't got money. It just fucking kills your kid, and is like, I thought the mag was empty. I emptied the mag. Sorry. Like, shot a kid at the shooting range. Gone wrong. Gone sexual. Shouldn't go sexual. I really hope it doesn't go sexual. But can you fucking imagine that? Like, and then like that's what he says to you. He's just like, I thought the mag was empty. Like, he rechambered. Like the fucking, it came out. Like, he's like when you watch it, when you watch this shit, it's so sad because like I didn't know it was gonna. I knew something bad was gonna happen because it was on Twitter and someone was like, "What a fucking moron!" Everyone was calling him a moron, like they should. But like, oh, give me that high res. There we go. So like, but here's the thing, right? He grabs the gun.
Bitch, say I ain't got money.
And he cocks it right there.
Bitch, say I ain't got money.
Cocks it. Hit fingers off the trigger. He takes a round out. Where did you think the round came out of? Thin air? Like of course the fucking round came out of the fucking mag, you moron. I'm sorry, like I actually started thinking about the idea of this dude going to a shooting range and fucking just be like bang and just killing someone or severely injuring someone or destroying property even. Like and he's just like that round. Where did it come from? Good Lord. Jesus. Like, where did the round... I was like, oh, I checked the mag, it's empty. Boing, bullet flies out. So you emptied the mag but never checked the chamber? And also, why does he... Okay, so does he... If I'm wrong, maybe I'm remembering this wrong already, despite just watching it, sorry. So he pulls this out of the holster,
Bitch, say I ain't got money.
racks the slide,
Say I ain't got money.
and then he empties it. He's all eager to point it. Can you imagine if I was like a real gun, just like, I'm like, say I ain't got money. It racks so it's empty, but like, say I ain't got money, you know? Say I ain't got money. Okay, now I should probably make sure there's nothing in the chamber. Oh, there came a round. That's good. Bang. Like, Jesus. Christ on a tricycle. Like, that's just so fucking embarrassing. Well, no, I don't think his finger was on the trigger. I don't know if his finger was on the trigger, actually. I don't know if he just, like, smacked it, though. Oh, no, he does pull the trigger. What? Now, I'm not sure what the kind of handgun he has, but I'm pretty sure you can decock. So I have a gun I can decock for you. It's an airsoft gun. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. This one's kind of shitty, but I don't know where my good one is. So I've done this with a real handgun before. So here's it's an airsoft P226. There's no mag in here. It's airsoft. It's got an orange tip. It's slightly, it's not painted. I just sort of like was fucking around with this. It's an old gun. Anyway, so this is clear barrel. So this is like, it's cocked, right? It's cocked. Now if we want to decock it, pull, press, release. Like, I've done that. He's like, oh, good thing I took the round out of it. Bang! Like, fucking, who does that? Who's like, oh, I know how I'll release you know what? I could pull, squeeze, release. But no, I'm not doing that. No, not today. I'm going to pull the trigger. Blow the fucking shit out of my G Fuel. I mean, G Fuel's gross, but you don't have to shoot it because you're pissed. I also hate his face. I hate his face when he's doing this. Because as it's going off, he's like, God damn. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck?
I swear to God, I just emptied the mag. And to be quiet.
Oh, man. Like, gun safety courses, he's like drinking too. What a fucking asshole. Hey, I hate that. That's so fucking bad. Hold the hammer can be used too. That's a Glock for sure. Yeah, so he could be like, what does it say in the corner? Sure. Bits for tits and clits. Are you kidding me? My savings account. So he's just like, sir, okay, building up his savings. I mean, I'm building up my savings too. I mean, you see that thing up there? Like $2 coming in? That's where I use Twitch for my savings account. But anyway, bits for tits and clits. I did not notice that. So this dude's like,
instance as well. Now, on top of that, I think the only thing I can really reference into over the past few months, the craziest Twitch clip I've actually covered compared to this, we actually covered a CSGO streamer who was playing a matchmaking or a pug.
Anyway. Yeah, no, like, people like that scare me. This is why, like, so I'm all about the Second Amendment. I believe that if you want to defend yourself and you have the right to bear arms, I fully believe in that. In addendum, when I see people carrying guns, I'm like, how about you don't? I see them and I'm like, don't do that. I don't like you. I don't trust you. You make me nervous. There is a story, I believe Hickok 45 told it. So there was like he was talking about the difference between, was it Hickok 45 or a different gun channel? Anyway, so he was telling a story about like people not knowing the difference between a gun problem and like a normal problem. So like a situation where like someone cuts you off in traffic is a problem, not a gun problem. So there's a problem, right? With people that they carry firearms. Again, this is a fake gun, YouTube. So they have a gun. They carry it. This is a holster, not a pocket. We're to pretend, okay? So they carry their gun, right? So the story I heard was that this couple was arguing. They're kind of yelling at each other in like a Walmart or like a Target or something. They're having a dispute of some kind. And this dude who's he's kind of open carrying, has a pistol and a holster. He's like this. He apparently walked up to him like, are we gonna have a problem with his gun, like his hand like on his fucking pistol? Like, are you kidding? Like, they're just like, He's just like, "Are you gonna have a problem?" And he wasn't. No, he's not a police officer. He's just some dude with a gun, and he's like, a couple arguing. I better make sure they know that my gun is a part of this equation. Like you don't. Your gun doesn't need to be a part of every situation, every altercation, every frustration. You know, people that are like that. There was a story of like this guy who didn't want this one dude in the neighborhood in his backyard barbecue, and he was just like, he immediately went for a gun. I'm like, call the cops. If the dude attacks or does something, do something, but don't like immediately be like, I'll end your life if you don't listen to me. It's like, people that are that quick to whip out guns. My dad always had a problem with them. My dad was in the army, and there are people even in the army, like when he was in Vietnam, that would just like, something would happen, and they'd just be like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Now what's going on here? Like, it's like, you're not John Wayne. Fucking, like, keep your shittery to a minimum. You know, we don't have, no one has to die here. And here's a big complaint of his, one of his sergeants. Every time something would go haywire, he'd like get down and like act like he was like a fucking John, like just like, go on, like, you know, like, what's going on here? And it's like, these are civilians. Like, these are normal people. You know, not everyone needs a gun in their face, sir. You know, like, keep your gun, you know, but like just having this like, what's going on here? You know, there's a difference between I have a gun, I'm a soldier, and what you looking at me? You eyeing me, bro? Like, fucking people, man. Some people just shouldn't be put in certain situations. How tall are you? I'm like 6'10". No, I think I'm 6'5". I'm pretty tall. Taller than you. How about that? That's my height. My height is taller than you. I come back to the stream and it seems like Boom was making gun threats. Now we're talking about the drunk streamer that shot his setup. It's ridiculous. Mike, how do you get to that point? Anyway, so this was a fun stream, guys. I had a lot of fun talking to y'all. I had a lot of fun chatting you up. We talked about the Xbox Series X. We talked about E3. We talked about Scarecrow. I swear to God, if someone breaks into my house with a knife and tries to stab me or my girlfriend and all I have is a pop gun, I'm going to blame you. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm 5'7". What are your secrets? Well, my brain's full of air. It dragged me higher. I don't know. That bullet hole in the can is what will happen if you drink too much G Fuel. But we talked about the Series X. We talked about games. We talked about E3. We talked about coronavirus. Look, guys, when it comes to coronavirus, find a middle ground in your hearts and minds between absolute panic and it doesn't matter. Fuck your health. Like, just because like I could survive coronavirus because I'm a healthy 22-year-old young sexy male, like, doesn't mean that my mom would fare as well with it. Doesn't mean that my younger nephews and niece would deal as well with it. Or I have a friend he's a pretty healthy dude, but he has actually just like a compromised immune system. He gets sick all the time, and like flus are like kind of deadly to him. So define sexy, Boom. You're done. There you go. So I don't know. When it comes down to it, I like, keep yourself safe. Like, you know, cough into your arm. Ask for help from your neighbors if you need it. Reach out to people. Order food. Ask for no contact delivery. Or you know, I would not recommend ordering if you're gonna order food from like an Uber Eats type deal. Don't order cold cut stuff. Order stuff that's cooked and is put in a bag in a place from a place locally that you trust. Like, I trust the people that work at my local Wingstop, and it's stuff that they'll put in boxes, wrapped in paper, and then they staple the bag shut, and I'm confident with that. But just really, be good. And don't hoard shit. Stop hoarding shit. It's a respiratory. It attacks your respiratory system. You really don't need that much toilet paper, you fucking assholes. Like I have friends that are gonna have trouble wiping their asses soon, and if they get the flu on top of that, that's just shit. You're basically stealing from other people. I'm sorry. Like, there's gonna be some family. I know there's some family here in Idaho that's gonna have they have like 8 kids, or they live in a big house. 8 people live in a big house, or even a small house. I've seen families like this around here, and they're just gonna run out of toilet paper, and like that's shit. And but like it is scary because it spreads and it's asymptomatic for like 2 weeks. So you gotta be smart, but you don't have to be in it. Like, being smart is not, I'll make sure no one else can have the things they need. I'll have all the things. Like, fucking, and selling them. The people that are selling this shit, go fuck yourself. But that's, of course, we all agree about that. That's something we all know. But just stay safe. Play a video game. Start a new video game. Order a Lego set online from a reputable retailer and build it over the course of a couple weeks, or buy a book series or do something. Chill out. We'll get through this. I survived swine flu and West Nile. West Nile was in Idaho. That was a big deal. Yeah. So just fucking hell. Some people are just gross. Don't watch porn. Watch only. I was gonna say watch animated porn, so that people aren't trafficked, but that's a little racy for my YouTube channel. Anyway, I will see you when I see you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I will talk to you guys later. If I stream a Metal Gear game, it will be MGS5, because that's what I'm currently playing right now. Snake Eater's controls make me want... Oh, that's right. You want to watch me play it? Because the controls will make me kill myself. That's right. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. I will see you when I see you. Goodbye. Thanks for coming out and watching. And thank you, Gamerboy Bathwater, for the $20 donation. I love it. And yes, watch the YouTube channel, Gamerboy Bathwater. Here it's hot. I think it could be pretty hot too. I'm gonna go watch your vids and scrutinize them. I'll see you when I see you. A good day.